Hey guys, personal injury attorney Scott DeSalvo here, and I thought I'd shoot you a new video. I'm on my way to work again, and it looks like it's gonna rain. So I figured I'd shoot you a video on something that came up recently, just the other day. And that is, never ever hide an old injury. If you have a new case or you have a new situation, I mean, I guess there's a couple of possibilities, but in either scenario, never hide an old accident or an old injury. And I'll tell you why. So, I was presenting a guy for deposition the other day, and, I prepare people for their depositions. In other words, a deposition is just a recorded statement. So I like to prepare my people so that they're comfortable and they know what the deposition is and what kind of questions are asked. I'm very thorough in preparing people for their deposition, and at no time during the prep, despite specifically being asked about old accidents, old injuries, old lawsuits, old workers' comp claims, did my client ever mention that he had another car accident 3 months before our car accident, where he went to the hospital and saw his doctor and was prescribed physical therapy. So my point is, whether it's the same part of the body that is hurt in the other accident or the same one or a different one, it is very, very, very important. Why? Because insurance companies and insurance company lawyers always ask whether you've ever been hurt before, whether you've ever hurt that part of the body before, whether you've ever had a workers' comp or third party like car crash case. Any kind of case or accident where you had an injury, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that you hurt yourself bad. It doesn't have to mean that you're permanently injured. But if you were in an accident with an injury, you have to say something. So years and years and years ago, when I was a young lawyer, I became aware of some older guys at the time, like guys who were, I was probably around 30 when I started my law career, or maybe a little bit younger than that. And there were guys who were probably about my age. And they, a lot of times you learn how to do things by watching other people and by being trained by them or having them sort of mentor you. Not that these guys I'm talking about were ever very good mentors, but the guy I'm talking about, the older guy I'm talking about, was prepping the client to say he never got hurt before and he never had a lawsuit before, even though he did. Now, insurance companies have computers that track claims and they share data. So if you have like a car crash case against Allstate, State Farm knows it. Or if you have one with Farmers, Liberty Mutual knows it. So the idea that you're going to hide an old injury or an old accident is crazy. They're going to know about it, and guess what? If you go on record saying that it didn't happen, they're going to be able to impeach you. In other words, in front of the judge and jury, they're going to make you look like a liar. And I'm going to tell you, if you or I look like a liar in front of a jury, no matter what the facts of your case are, no matter how bad your injuries are, we will lose that case. And that means a tiny verdict or no verdict at all. And that's why I tell people, you gotta be honest about stuff like this. Now, maybe he forgot. That's what he says. He says he forgot about it, but hard to believe that he forgot about it when, he went to the emergency room and made a claim with an insurance company and collected a settlement. So possible he forgot about it, but it is never a good idea to hide or try and hide an old injury. Now, why do I feel that way? Well, the negative part is what I just told you. If you lie on the record, they can impeach you, right? They can make it appear in front of the judge or jury that you're a dishonest person, and that can kill your case. But there's a positive reason too. What do we know about injuries, old injuries? So let's say if you have a bad back and you're very physically active, or you're, for example, like me, rehabbing a house, what do we know about a person with a bad back? Well, we know two things, and everybody knows these things. You don't need a medical degree. What are the two things? If you already have a bad back, it's easier to hurt, and if you hurt it, it's harder to fix. It takes longer to fix, it's more medically complicated, and it's easier to hurt. And so that's why I always tell people, look, if you have an old injury to the same part of the body, rather than being a weakness, it's actually a strength. Because one of the major hurdles that we have going to trial is convincing the jury that you're really hurt, because a lot of your injuries are invisible, or by the time we go to trial or go in front of a judge or a judge and jury for a hearing on your case, you look okay, you're mostly recovered, right? The jury can't look at you and say, oh yeah, he's got bad arthritis in his shoulder forever. And if you walk in the courtroom normally, they say, okay, well, he looks completely recovered to me. It's not a very big case, right? And it's invisible to them all the inconvenience, all the pain, all the graduation parties, all the weddings you missed, all the painful medical procedures, and all the physical therapy you had to do to get back to normal. Or in some cases, surgery, right? All of that's invisible to the jury. Your other option is to go in there and put on a show, like develop a limp, hold your neck, wear a neck brace to court when you haven't been wearing one for a year. Well, you can't do that. Juries see right through that stuff. That's even worse than it being invisible to them. But if they know that you have an old injury that was made worse in the crash or the new accident, whether it's work related or whatever it is, if it was made worse, the person who made it worse is fully responsible for the condition, right? So that's not going to keep you out of court, and it's not going to hurt your case. It's going to help your case because it's easier for the judge and jury to understand, okay, yeah, this dude had a bad back, and then this was like a relatively minor crash, and it made him worse. Okay, yeah, regular people can understand that. So that's why you never want to hide an old injury or an old accident. No matter what anybody tells you, if they're telling you any different, they're giving you the wrong advice. So hopefully that information helps you. Hey, if you like and enjoy my videos, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up little icon and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll hear about my videos as they come, as I release them, and hit the little bell, and that means you'll get a notification every time I release a new video. And if you really enjoy the videos and you're a current and former client of mine, or even somebody who just called for a consultation and you thought you enjoyed the advice, if you could do me a favor and go to Google and give me a Google review, just type in DeSalvo Law Firm, you'll see my face, a younger version of it, with the picture. I should update that picture. I don't look that young, and maybe not that handsome anymore, but truth in advertising, folks. I need to put a current photo on there. But my point is, if you enjoy the videos and you like the advice I give, or I've helped you out in the past, if you can do me a favor, go on Google, find my website and click reviews and leave me a 5-star review. That would really, really help me, because one of the main ways people look for a lawyer is they look at their reviews. So if you can help me out with a 5-star review, please do it. I'll leave a link in the description where you can click on it. It'll take you right to my review page. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. And last thing, if you have any questions, if you have an idea for a video and you have a question that you want me to answer in a video, I would be happy to do that. And you can just send any question you have to service@desalvolaw.com, okay? Service@desalvolaw.com, and I'll shoot a video, and I'll let you know when it comes out, okay? So thanks again, have a great day, and take care.